good morning, good afternoon, good evening, alpha traders out there in the metaverse. We're coming to you live from the Crypto Clown Show. Got a probability chart up here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is absolutely being the cuck of crypto at the moment, which it's all good. You can see what happened here. I started this projection on the weekly, on this bullish engulfing candle that was an absolute fake out, hardcore. Literally did a candle backfill at one point, but pretty much we tapped the downside of the 68.3 from last week's projection. So am I going to keep this projection here? Depends on how this weekly candle ends up. We're going to dump more? It's all probabilities, just like in life. Everything's a probability. Who knows what Bitcoin's up to? I've even seen some pretty conflicting signals on all my indicators. So that's why we trade low time frame volatility, right? Lots of variance moves, obviously, during this. But I just wanted to show this real quick and show you what's going on, that we did tap that to the dollar, the bottom side of the 68.3 on the projection from the last week. What was that? 44,000. And the 95.4 Laplace distribution was at 44.6. We didn't quite get down there. Yeah, I thought there was a little pink dot hiding there. Nope. But that's pretty much right where we bounced from. It's the bottom side of the 68.3. So if that stays like that, Bitcoin pulls up from here, maybe goes up and tries to get some of the 68.3 to the top side, right? Up here at 53,168. I'll validate that projection, probably keep it if this leaves a big bull wick on this weekly candle. But man, oh man, is there sell pressure. This is just insane right now. They are really hammering the retail traders at the moment, the bought in. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. I mean, Bitcoin, what did Bitcoin do today? It actually did a 1SD run to the top side on the daily. Rejected from there. We just bounced from the top side of the 68.3. Is Bitcoin going to hold up here? Is it going to hold above the daily range? Are we going to turn this thing around going into the new year, right? We got what, a day left? Today's the 30th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yep. Wow, my little brother's birthday is tomorrow. Yes, he was a New Year's baby. Makes you feel old when your little brother's turning 50. It's like, holy shit. Okay, so if he's 50, let me do the math. Oh, Jesus. But anyway, I don't look my age. Feel good. Feel like a 30-year-old. I buy NFTs like a 7-year-old. So it's all good. So yeah, just did a 1SD. Just did a 1SD pump. Tried to get a little bit above it. It would have been nice to stay above this first standard deviation normal distribution. Just couldn't pull it off though. To be honest, let me pull this. Let's pull this 15-minute projection. You know what, to tell the truth, you could see how at the beginning of the day we came down to the dollar and tested the bottom side of the 68.3. I want to throw this projection all the way back onto this candle, 88 bars on. See what this looks like on a 15 minute. 88. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Okay. Well, got the top side of the 68.3 right at the bottom of the daily range right here. Very interesting. It would have been nice to make a push up to this 95.4. Right now, this is a 15-minute projection for the daily. This is what I like to do, right? I like to start at the, one of the first pivots of the day, especially when you have some significance, like a nice bounce right off the 68.3, ends up being a bullish candle and a run up to the center of the daily range. It's probably a good place to start. So right now we're in between the 95.4 top and the top side of the 68.3 plus distribution range on the daily. Let's go over here real quick. Let's see. I mean, so far it's not a bad daily candle, to be honest. I mean, if we're going to bounce out of here, to be honest, it needs to happen. right? We're revisiting these candle closes on the daily. We still haven't revisited this wick. Now, is that good or is that bad? Depends on what you're trying to do here. Because could it happen? It sure could. Bitcoin loves to do that kind of stuff, to revisit that area. And you can see on that daily candle, on that big bam. So what does it do? On the deviation bands, it bounced right at the second standard deviation on these deviation bands, right? That's why we love these things. They're powerful. At some point here, we're getting our update done. They will be available to our alpha traders for sure. So, like I said, I do like this daily candle. It would be nice. It would be nice to close up here around, I mean, $300-400 above. Let's see here real quick. Back to the BRE. What would that put us at? Let's see. Can we fill this wick again at the highs? It would be nice, but if anything, the 1SD. Yeah, it would be nice to close up here around the 1SD. This is the last 4-hour candle, right? We open up here. We are below the 68.3 of this 4-hour candle right now. If we can close up here by the top side of the 68.3% Laplace distribution range, that would be nice. It would be a full daily candle backfill, which would look good for some continuation. But, let's go back over to the weekly. That sure looked good for some continuation, right? Not only do you get a bullish candle refill, it's a bullish engulfing that usually, look at the last time it happened, right? That was the 41K low. We ran all the way up to 71, $30,000. And me and MJ were talking about it. Look from the scamdemic dump. We were at a $3,800 Bitcoin. The thing run, I mean, we're going to get some pullbacks. That's why this isn't concerning. This is people taking profits. And in my opinion, institutions, right? But as soon as they start taking profits and you get some nasty pullbacks like this, it scares the shit out of the retail traders. And so what do they usually do? There was people up here buying at $60,000, $70,000. You know when they sold? Probably down here at 40, 45 area. It makes 0 sense. I mean, as a retail trader, if you are buying to invest in Bitcoin, you just need to buy, shut your exchange down, put your hardware wallet up, look at it in 5 years, look at it in a year, do something like that. Unless you're actively trading this insane cryptocurrency market, and I'm telling you right now, if you are trading it, you better know what the hell you're doing because you're going to get wrecked. Right? There's no rhyme or reason to this. This is why we trade volatility, right? Let's see what we're doing right now. Okay, we're coming. This is on the 4-hour. We're dropping back into randomness, right? We did on this latest little drop here, right? Yeah, this late. Okay, sounds good, Mama. Get your text from Mama down at the property. Good. Clean something up, babe. Get my nephews doing something. We did go into trend right here. All right, we did go into some trend. It's dropping back into randomness. That's what the entropy's telling us, right? Now, if you're just watching this on YouTube for the first time, you're going to look at this chart and it's going to confuse the hell out of you because you've never seen anything like it. You're like, well, that's not RSI. Well, that's not stochastics. No, we trade volatility, probability, and statistics, right? And how do we tell when Bitcoin, but this is the problem with most retail traders, right? They don't know about trend and randomness. They don't know about entropy. They don't understand how it works and how to know when it's like you start getting a move in Bitcoin, right? Number one, when you can use entropy and then you know what's going on with the variance and whether or not you're having an outlier or not, which is more than it's a fat tail event when we're talking about distributions. And when you're having a fat tail event, it's going to be a 2 standard deviation or more move. And every time you have a fat tail event, Bitcoin moves. And large, probably about, I would say 75% of the time, you're going to see entropy go into trend, like right here, right? Trend. When you're having these fat tail events, it's trend. So good stuff. What the hell? Which one of these damn servers is just literally going crazy? Is that the whale Discord? I'm sure you guys can hear that. Hold on real quick. Let me... I gotta mute these channels, man. Privacy settings. That's not it. I'm just getting text blown up. Discord notifications all over the place. There's all roles, mobile push, messages, mute. There we go. There's the mute. Boop. I am on some NFT Discords that are literally exploding right now. It's insane. Ooh. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, entropy, variance, right? A couple of the my go-tos, but I use everything on this chart. We've got our returns oscillator. We've got our Fisher. Oh boy. So what I am seeing here, though, you can see on this DLP, on the 4-hour, we got so outside this 99% confidence interval. It's been higher lows this whole time. And up to all this, lower lows, higher lows, bull div playing out. Is it going to continue? We're going to have to continue to watch these DLP candles proceed through these 4-hour candle closes to see what's happening here. Let's see what's going on. We're actually building a little. No, we're not. Let's see. Boom, boom. No div. Actually, from back here, we're building some bull div. And we're talking about from this data set down to here. We're building, and we're above the zero mean, right? You can see the return oscillator. It's the pink and blue one. We are above the zero mean, which is that dashed line right there. We get a nice bounce here, would be good for Bitcoin. So this is I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking it. This is getting pretty damn old, you know. Let me go back to our server. I'm looking at all kinds of funny monkey freaking pictures on this whale Discord. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see here. Let me go from here. Let me see. You know what? On this 4-hour too, this whole move down, we got stuck below this Gaussian mean. Bitcoin needs to close above 47,258. Close above this freaking Gaussian mean with these deviation bands. If it does that, we got some clear targets for the top side. It's back almost to 50K for standard deviation. But I'll tell you what, it's like we got close. We almost got back up to 48K and it rejected. But of course, that was the daily first standard deviation. So if we can close above this Gaussian mean today, I would look for some continuation, especially I like the 4-hour Z-score, right? Everything, returns oscillator, Fisher, returns oscillator, Z-score, all was building bull div along with DLP. You can see how I got my chart set up, right? These are all divergence plays. All 4 of these indicators I have stacked here, all divergence plays. And when they all line up for that, you're usually looking at a nice little reversal, but you can see what's going on. One thing I do like is there's literally, because I put a lot of weight on the returns oscillator. I mean, you're building some hidden bear div on Z-score and Fisher, not on returns oscillator. Get to Z-score. Oh, it is on log returns, which is good. Let me turn it off log real quick, see how that changes. Okay, same. But I like using my Z-score on log returns. Obviously, that's what we're all about, right? Okay. So yeah, there's none on the returns oscillator. So there is no hidden bear div there, but there is on the Fisher. You've got the low length turning down, but it's right at the first standard deviation. You do have the higher length still charging. Let's Bitcoin. That's why we didn't even do a stream. We just talked yesterday. I was just like, sometimes it gets old. A lot of these YouTubers, man, they just want views. It's just back and forth. Oh, we're bullish. Like all those guys that we're talking about. Bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. We're going to the freaking moon. Here's the reversal. And look how all their subscribers got wrecked if they were listening to these guys. And then do they come back? What do they come back with? The next video. The next video is like doom and gloom. It's like they're just grifters, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing, right? They're just blah, 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 trying to get views, trying to get paid by YouTube. It's kind of a joke, if you ask me. That's why we really don't care. The people that do watch these streams, they're going to get some honest information, especially about what's going on between returns and price action, which is all that matters, in our opinion. Let's go to the 12-hour before I really start ranting. And the bull div on the 12-hour is what I do like seeing. And I was telling MJ about this. We were having a little chat. This Fisher was down at the third standard deviation. You know, if there's one indicator on this entire chart that's worth back testing, because you don't back test statistics, right? These things they work. There's no reason to back test it. They don't lag like most indicators. But when you're talking about a Fisher transform, you can kind of go back into the future and see. And I'm telling you right now, especially when this 9-length Fisher gets up above the third standard deviation or below or at the third standard deviation, you're usually going to get a reversal. Whether it's to the downside or to the upside, you're usually going to get a reversal. The DLP, right, is trying to break back up to the upside right here. And to be honest, let's see where that peak was. We built some weak bull from way back from the dump. Now, is that valid? It's going to be a better look when I go to the daily, but there is some weak bull from way back there. And expansion wants to happen on the 12-hour. This is why I really like using this 636. It's going to give you a better idea. And things are going to populate quicker is what I'm trying to get at. I think I can take my headlamp off. What am I doing? Goodness gracious. Forgot I even had it on. I am a lunatic. So, peek here. Returns oscillator, though, on the 12-hour is printing some hidden bear divergence. But at the same time, you got the Fisher starting to turn up. So is what could happen here is that you could get this returns oscillator turned down and then a bounce off the zero mean. So we got the 4-hour and the 12-hour return oscillator is above the zero mean. You can see last time we got a bounce off the zero mean, we ran from about 45.7 up to about 52. Right. So yeah, it was a nice little move. I mean, literally about $6,000 move. So let's see what happens here. Z-score is coming down, but it's not coming down off of any bear div, right? It's not coming down off of any bear div. So does this baby check up in the middle here? Does this baby check up at the zero threshold? About to see, because it's right at it right now. It's printing a zero. So what I do like seeing on the 12-hour, though, is the Shannon entropy percentile is expanding. We need to continue. We need to see more expansion, like you see these red candles here. And because if it's positively correlated and we continue to get these red candles, you're going to see this price move to the top side and probably start expanding. The volatility will continue to expand, and it's heading into positive correlation. But you want to see this historical volatility Z-score as well. Head up, positively correlated, right? Or the Z-score can come down, negatively correlated, right? Right now, they're both heading up, which is good. You either want them both, you want the Z-score heading up, positively correlated, or do you want that Z-score coming down, negatively correlated, right? Like I'll show you right here. See how this was coming down? Boom, price walked up. That's how this works. And then when it starts to head back up, especially right here, it goes positively correlated and you get two nice big 12-hour candles. So boom, and it runs positively correlated all the way. There. It's over here on the daily. Okay. So the Z-score on the daily. Let's see. Yes, bull div, man. Bull div. Now this is the returns, right? This is the return, the log return Z-score. So I do like seeing this bull div right here. I actually really like it. Daily, boom, boom. Get any, let me see here if there's any. There is hidden on returns oscillator. So good, 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 good. Very interesting. And we are already at the first standard deviation to the downside on the Fisher. The DLP itself just had I mean, finally we get this DLP after all this going sideways, building all this bull div, right? It played out. Now we're coming back down. But that's the thing. What's it doing? It's just building more bull div, right? Lower low. That definitely was a lower low from back here, especially these 2 points. Boom and boom. So just building some more bull div. We can get this damn DLP back up onto the top side here. I like the returns oscillator heading up. Z-score's heading up. Lost the outlier, right? It was negatively correlated. Variance rising, negative correlation. Look what happens. Down we go. But it did lose its outlier. It's starting to roll over. This variance can start coming down negatively correlated. We're going to get some continuation here to the top side. Random entropy, but I do like the correlation for the Shannon entropy. The Shannon entropy is starting to expand, right? This is the percentile of Shannon entropy, and it's heading into positive correlation. We like to see that. We definitely like to see that. We are, what do we do? Probably tested. No, not quite. This is a good spot for a bounce. I'm telling you, this is a good spot for a bounce. What's that Gaussian mean on the daily? 48.5. 48.5. Got within about $600 of that. We got to get back up above it. You know, you get up, especially on the daily. You want to get back up above this Gaussian mean, and then we got some good targets for these standard deviation levels. 52, right? Where we just pretty much were. You can see the wick right there. Now it's dropped right to it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let me check this 2-day. Let me get a 2-day candle. Bitcoin is being supported on the 2-day by this 144 length log variance moving average. I like that. And we are continuing. It's just still building bull div, even with this pullback, right? Even with the pullback, we're building bull div on the DLP. The Fishers are coming down off the first standard deviation level. Looks like the returns oscillator is trying to pop up with a little bit of hidden bull. Let's see here. Yep, a little bit of hidden bull div. Z-score, same thing. Looked like it came, you know, with that dump, it came down. It's bouncing off of that 90% confidence interval level. So we can continue this. I mean, this is what I'm saying. There's on different time frames, there's conflicting signals. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like between Fisher and what I'm seeing on everything else on some time frames, like on the 12-hour, right? The Fisher is coming up from the depths past the third standard deviation, but there's some other statistical indicators that are telling the opposite. So what does it overall tell me? Indecision, lots of it too. And this 2-day candle is probably very indecisive. It is. It's a doji, man. Right? You know what would look good here on the 2-day? When does this thing close? Today, boy. So this closes today. It would have been nice to have a nice bullish hammer. Can Bitcoin make a $1,000 run? Can it make $1,000 run going into the end of the day? And everybody that watches this knows, like you'll hear a lot of YouTubers talk about candle types and formations and shit. When I talk about candles, I talk about them because I know that volatility is creating them, right? And it's telling me something. So if I see a bullish hammer here, I'm going to see it in the volatility. But at the same time, you got to be careful because that volatility can change. That's why people that trade, just trade, don't know exactly what's creating these candles. You're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked for sure. So be careful out there. Learn volatility. Learn what's creating all these formations that you see in price action. Once you do that, it's fine to look at it because you know if you see that, you are able to go when you get a new 2-day candle, you can start dropping down through the time frames, looking at the volatility going, okay, so I know the volatility created. That is definitely a very bullish volatile candle. Is it going to continue? Most people that just trade the candle patterns and don't know what creates them are like, it's bullish, I'm going long. And you get wrecked if you don't understand what's happening with the volatility that's creating those candles. I try to explain it as simple as possible, but I know it's confusing for people that are listening for the first time. So we get a new 2-day today. The Shannon entropy is contracting, negatively correlated. That's good. I want to see that. And when I'm done with BTC here, I'm going to flip right over to Matic. Matic's chart's ridiculous. We could only just wish that Bitcoin's freaking higher time frame charts look like Matic, which I'm telling you right now, I've seen blue chip altcoins lead the market. It can happen. It can give you a little bit of insight of what's going on in Bitcoin sometimes. When you've got some really strong reads and something like that. And I consider Matic a blue chip at this point. Right? What's it rank? 12th, Polly? 12th, something like that. I don't know for sure. But yeah, so here on the 2-day, got a lot of indecision. Can we get a reversal here? I like what the DLP shown, especially when you are on high time frames and you get a move on the DLP that exceeds that 99% confidence interval, you are usually, as soon as especially if that DLP is all higher lows, you're going to get a reversal at some point. It started here, but obviously, what a great fake out. People got wrecked. There was a lot of liquidations going on, right? I found a great new website that really shows the liquidations better. Maybe I'll pull that up here in a little bit. But I did this 144 on the 2-day, man. It's holding price action up right now. It really is. Well, you can see, right? Tried to dip below it. We've had a few wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks during this pullback. I'm optimistic, right? I am optimistic right now about this market. I really am. I know there is a lot of fear in the market. People have no idea what's going on. Why is the market continuing to sell off? What's happening? Well, number one, we got 1 day left in this year. They are scaring the shit out of people. They're trying to scare people out of this market. That's it. It's a coordinated event. It always is with these people. When do we get a 3-day? Let's see here. 3-day candle looks a little better. And we're going to get a New Year's Day. New Year's Day, we will get a new 3-day candle. So that's good. So today's the first day of the 3-day. And the 99, right? The 99 length. Oops. The 99 length is supporting on the 3-day. Okay, and we just went down, bounced off of it, right? This would be a great 3-day. Right, close back up here New Year's Day around 48K. I mean, we could do that in a 15-minute candle, but that would look great going into a new 3-day. We could close higher. Who knows? This thing could push back up to 50. We're gonna have to see what's happening here. But on the 3-day, I mean, this 9 has not crossed down this 33 yet. If we can get a move back up to, I would say 49K, probably going to get a nice little bounce. This baby's going to bounce right off there. That would be great to see for sure. Now let's see if this 3-day reject right off that Gaussian mean. It didn't get quite there, and that's at 48.5. I definitely want to close above 48.5 when this 3-day candle closes. That would be great. That would almost be like, wow, that was one hell of a little bear trap down here, right? They ran a bull trap and a bear trap in 2 3-day candles. Just kicking people's butts, man. Kicking their butts. The log return Z-score, though, it did print some hidden bear div, right? So of course, boom. But the fact that we bounced off of that 99 length, variance log MA, good sign. Look at the returns oscillator. Look at the returns oscillator. All right. It's bouncing off this zero mean right now with this 3-day candle. Come on, Bitcoin. Pansy ass. Magic internet money. Fishers are still okay. Thing. A little, I mean, bull div too. Bull div on the DLP. But to be honest, I mean, I'm optimistic, but at the same time, it's all about probabilities. It's all about probabilities. And we have got a second standard deviation and a 95.4 Laplace distribution on the weekly down at the 95.4 Laplace is at 44K. Second standard deviation's at about 43.6, about 43.7-ish area. So if we do get any more downside, I could see a wick down to there. I could see a wick down to there, and that would almost be retesting that wick. As of right now, Bitcoin's just doing what Bitcoin does when we get to God, that 5-day candle is just ugly. Tomorrow we get a new 5-day candle. Last day of the year, we get a new 5-day candle. For crying out loud. Can we get this thing pulled back up over 50K? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that is a butt ugly 5-day candle right there. Ugh, icky, icky, icky. And we are back below, right? This is what I loved right here, right? We got this pump out of this 29K low here, right? Got up here, came back down, bounced right off of the reverse wave trend for the run to the all-time high up around 70K. So that was real nice. And then immediately, another sell-off. I mean, do you see what's happening here? You see this profit taking going on up here at the top? But if you look at this 5-day, and you got to remember, I'm not a pattern trader. I do not trade patterns, but I know that volatility creates them. What is that telling you right there? Right? This is on, and I've talked about this before, on macro time frames. Bitcoin is very bullish. They are trying to shake people out of this market before they run this thing to the top side. Because I'm telling you right now, the next move is 100K area. This thing really wants to go. But there are forces that are acting on this market that are, hey man, it is what it is. Got a lot of big players. They are definitely messing with people. That's all I can say. But I would love this 5-day to close back up. I mean, here was where we got that weekly. We got that nice weekly upturn, right? On these 5 days, we got back up above that reverse wave trend. Now we're back below it, and I do not like that. And look here, right at the end of the day, this thing just dumping out again. Just playing with people's emotions, man. What's this look like on the weekly? That is brutal. That is brutal. Look at these bearish candles just sandwiching this freaking nice bullish reversal candle. Just didn't happen, man. Didn't happen. Last time we got a nice bullish candle like that on the weekly, we went to an all-time high. So that in general, you think that the retailers and just, there's professional traders out there. Do you think they're the only ones looking at this stuff? Hell no, man. These powers that be just wrecked the shit out of people. I'm telling you, a lot of people got suckered into this move. A lot of people. And boom! You're not going to see that very often. You're not going to see that very often on the weekly. That was one hell of just a snooker. Snooker City. Let me see what time is it. That's enough Bitcoin. Sick of looking at this depressed little mistress. Yep. Okay. Let's go over to pop this on Matic real quick. What alts? Wow, look at Aave. Aave up 10% today. Algo up 9% today. They're leading the pack. Sushi up almost 10%. Good for sushi. Good for Algo and Aave. Got Matic up 2.3%. It was up about 5% at the peak. Okay, pull this down. See where we're at. And I want to bring definitely, yeah, that's not a good candle. So where would be a good place to start a projection here? I mean, you could start one. You could start a projection right here. But this is the type, this is not, I would not start a projection here. When you've got a bigger bear wick on this freaking candle and it's a doji, more of a bearish doji too, but hey, it worked out, right? But you can see what happened, right? We opened up, dumped down, but then pumped it up. So this is where I would really want to start it on it. Expect these PB ones up to 5. Take a peek here. What's happening? Thematic. You know what I haven't looked at all day? So traditional markets, and I do believe traditional markets are open tomorrow, correct? Do you think they are? Let's see, where are we, Matic? Yeah, are we right at pretty close? Pretty freaking close. Let me see which one, 244. 6. Give me a second here. One snuck right under there. And that is the, is that the 2SD? Give me 1 second here. Got these. Yeah, that's why. Can't see that very well. Yeah, yeah. So there's 3. Yeah, that's the, yeah, we're right at the first standard deviation. We're right above. We are literally right above the first standard deviation to the downside on the weekly Matic chart. Is that going to bounce Matic? Can Matic stay above that 251 level? Right, that's what you're going to want to see, right? Because we did dip below it. We did dip below it, but you're going to want to see Matic stay above there, right? Because then we're talking about, you can see where I started this projection, we came down almost twice and tested the mean of this projection. Right, and this is a Laplace distribution projection. Let me get a good, I need to back this PV2 up to the correct candle right here. It's 36 bars. Oh, oh. That is a good start, right? Matic, boom, runs up right to the 99.7 Laplace, pulls back. Where's it pull back to? Top side of the 68.3. So pretty much price action from that projection, just firmly planted right between the top side of the 68.3, top side of the 95.4. Well, I'm seeing a real juicy candle. I really want to start this projection from. these PB1s here. Let me back these up real quick. Let's just see what this looks like. That is a nice bull hammer there, 24. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, McWolfstein doing his little projections. People are like, this guy's boring. Yeah, this shit is not boring. Those of us that trade it love it. Okay. Okay. So we're above the top side of the 68.3 from the projection back here. And what was that Matic low? Where'd that wick go? 62 cents. Lovely. That would have been a nice little entry there. But on this weekly chart, we've talked about this before. Matic's weekly chart. Hello. Right? Looks great. Does that not look great? We could only wish Bitcoin's weekly chart looked like that. This is very bullish. Matic's got the best looking chart in cryptocurrency, in my opinion. The best chart. Nothing else looks like this. Right? It has really held its own. But those of us that follow the markets, we already know this. It's been looking good. No, back up, dog. Get back, man. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Matic to stay above this first standard deviation to the downside, right? Maybe, I mean, this is what's going to be great, right? So tomorrow's the last day of the year. Okay, we're getting ready in literally what, hour and 10 minutes? Let's see, going into the weekend. Are we going to get a massive relief pump during the weekend, right? Or is everybody going to be just laying around not doing anything? I'm telling you, man, I feel something going on in this market. There's a we got a surprise coming. There's no doubt about it. They're going to throw something at us. They're going to throw something at us. They are really trying to shake some longs out of their position. They already did. A lot got liquidated, right? But not enough. People aren't falling for this shit. They're just sitting in their positions. There's a lot of people that get themselves over leveraged. Those are the ones that get liquidated. But there are a lot of people that are just sitting in their position, just waiting. They know at some point Bitcoin is literally going to go on a rocket ship ride. Yep, they know it. Okay. That is interesting. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go over, throw this on Matic. A peek at this bad boy. Is that on the 3-day? No. See the daily. Great looking daily chart too. I mean, the daily does look good. Really does. Let's see though, and that's the thing with Matic, right? Especially log return Z-score. There was 3 stabs of bull div to get this pullback here, right? And that was when Matic flew up to, what was it, 290, I think? 290. And we've had this pullback here. So what am I reading on here? Begin to read. At the same time though, we have got another stab. I'll tell you what, if this log return Z-score continues up, it's just one more stab of hidden bull divergence. This is how this all works. And you got this return oscillator on the daily charging up towards the zero mean. Lots of hidden bull div. Lots of hidden bull div. Boom, 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 boom. Right? All lower lows on the return oscillator, all lower highs, or all higher lows on price action. One good thing here, the DLP never created any bear div, right? It's never created any bear divergence whatsoever. We popped in a couple different little trends here on the entropy on these little moves to the top side. This is random, what we're seeing here. And this whole pullback right here, Shannon entropy expanded, negatively correlated. Last 2-day candles, right? Significantly negatively correlated. So of course this thing pulled back. Of course it did. And the low length AVR I've got set up here, 636, contraction, positive correlation, right? So for all of you YouTube Jimmies out there, so Is volatility itself a directional indicator? 100% no, it's not. But if for one thing they just fail, and I've tried to talk to some of these people and they just don't get it, that's fine. That's fine. I've been studying this for 3 years now. I know what works and what doesn't work. And I know when you correlate volatility to price action, it gives you direction 100%. And we all know that in this Discord. This is the whole basis of volatility trading that all these people just totally miss. That's fine. They can miss it all they want. And you think they're using anything like a Shannon entropy percentile? No, of course they're not. Of course they're not. Hey, on my headlamp. Turn off, you little shit. This thing's on its own mission. It won't do anything. Oh well. Demon lights. They're just on. Won't turn off. So yeah, when volatility contracts and it's positively correlated, price action walks down. When Shannon entropy expands and it's negatively correlated, price action comes down. Can't go over this enough. We've got these price percentiles. I mean, I'm not going to say they're totally exhausted. They were right here, right before the pullback. That's how all this works together. It's incredible how everything just works together that we use. When you understand how to use it, powerful, powerful. Like me and MJ, we were just sitting back going, no, we're just total NFT degens now. Now as we want weekly reversals. We want to see good volatility and we want to just get in long-term trades and just trade NFTs. Wow. It's all good though. You know, it's like the 2017 gold rush of ICOs, man. NFT space is powerful as hell. And there are good projects out there that you can literally make a ton of profit on. Right? I don't care what anybody says. You get in the right project, you're going to be very happy with yourself. There's no doubt about it. Got in one today. Or actually gotten two real good ones in the last week. Me and MJ both did, so we're kind of happy about that. The floors are both climbing. Climb, little one, climb. Or make that 3 projects. I aped into one that's already got a high floor, so I'm praying to the NFT gods. Let's go. It's freaking good. Time is it? Yeah, we're about to wrap up. Let's take a peek. Let's see what's going on over here on that. Shall we? Daily. Where are we at daily on these? Yeah, I mean, God, man. Matic on these higher time frames on the daily and stuff. I mean, bullish, man. Very, very bullish. That's all I can say. It's actually looking real good. Really is. Let's see what it's looking like on the 12-hour. Bad. The 4-hour. We'll be testing some stuff down here for sure. Okay. Tried to get up. That previous 4-hour candle, it closed above that reverse wave trend, and then down we go. Down we go. To kind of tone down those color percentiles. There you go. See stuff a little better. Although that didn't help much when you're in the blue ribbon. I'll fix that later. Just wanted to see where that reverse wave trend was at. Okay. Where is that, baby? 255. Yeah, it's up there, 2.553. We were above it. It's damn sad that Matic couldn't have closed above there. But hey, we still got an hour left. I mean, this thing can pop around, no problemo. Definitely could pop around. Yeah, okay, so Bitcoin, the cuck of cryptocurrency at the moment. Just and you're always gonna have outliers like some of these alts today. But when you see that kind of stuff, right? say Bitcoin comes in tomorrow and pumps. It's almost a no-brainer. You're going to see Algo, Aave, Sushi. They're going to be the ones in the red. I mean, once you watch this market for a long time, you know how this thing operates. I mean, there's a lot of profit to be made if you're a very wise trader. If you really know how to read this thing. Where's Solana at $1.71? Interesting. So yeah, anyway, good stuff. And there was nothing really exciting on the VRE on Matic. Pretty much ranged in the 68.3. Got above it earlier, bounced off, almost got up to the top side. And it is going to close the day above the daily range, it looks like. So that's good. Now I'll pop it on there real quick just to show you. And then we're going to get out of here. Yep, here's the daily range down here. See at the beginning of the day, right? Had this pullback, got up above into the 68.3 range on the daily. There's the top side, right? But here's the thing with Matic. Here's the bottom of the weekly range. It's red dotted line. Here's the center. Matic right now is in its weekly range. Powerful, got back up into it. This is a good spot for Matic to be hanging out. It would have been nice for Matic today to close above the center of the weekly range, maybe get up above the 68.3. Tell you what, this last day of the year in crypto, man, this is going to be real interesting to see how this thing plays out going into the weekend. So, yeah, be careful out there, traders. Be careful out there. And I don't care if you're a bull or a bear or what the hell you're doing. Be careful out there. This is a minefield right now. Trust me, it is a minefield. If you are trading this market right now, I highly recommend you do it on low time frames and you trade volatility, expansion, and contraction. If you're not doing that, good luck. Good luck, man, because this thing is a dynamite right now.